welcome back to Rachel and Bella Crafts. Rachel here. I hope you are all well. It's a wet and miserable day here in South Wales. So we are going to get on with something really exciting today, and we are going to fill this beautiful journal with a selection, I say, of all this stuff. Not all of this stuff, clearly, because I have heaps here. Can you believe this is just a selection of everything we've made over the last 30, what are we on, 38 now today? Days. It is crazy. But yeah, I had actually forgotten that we'd done some of this stuff, so it's a really nice opportunity to go back through. But I'm going to basically pull out some stuff, and then I'm going to kind of take you with me while I fill the journal, which is now all nice and dry today and all complete. So it is just ready now for us to pop all of our ephemera in. So I'm going to have a little, a quick sift through and pick out some pieces, and then I'll put the camera back on and I will show you then how I put them in and explain to you kind of like my thoughts of, you know, why I'm putting what where and, you know, what we can do with that. Okay, so I hope you'll stay with me and enjoy the journey we're going on today. See you in a bit. Okay, so I have mostly filled it. I haven't stuck everything in yet. I've just placed in what I think, but I think it's already starting to look quite chunky. So I'm going to we'll work through it now and we'll see how it looks, but I don't think I want it to get any bulkier than that. I literally feel like I've only put in, my goodness, not even half of the stuff. It's crazy, isn't it? Bonkers. So I thought we'd go with this lovely big pocket that we made. I don't know if you remember us doing this. I used some vellum on the front of here, and we've got pockets there, pocket there, pocket there. But I just thought that would make a really nice in the front insert to kind of add any extra bits and pieces to the journal. It's always nice to have a big pocket in the front if you can manage that. I think so, at least anyway. So let's just pop lots and lots of glue, because obviously it's on the cover, so there's a potential that it's going to end up getting kind of not so much bent, but yes, kind of curled with the shape of the journal. So when you put your bind, you know, when you tie it closed or what have you, on these kind of softer covers, they do tend to curl around. So you want to make sure you've got plenty of glue on here to get that nice and firmly into place. Let's just get my bone folder down there, and I find if it just really works, especially if there's stitching around it, if you just really work that in, encourage it to bind to whatever's underneath, you'll get a really good grip then. This is the important part, putting everything together, because if you don't stick things down properly, especially if you're giving it away or selling it, and then by the time it gets there things start to lift, it's not ideal then, is it? So just put a bit of extra effort and time into that. It's certainly worthwhile. There we go. Right, that'll continue to dry, but I think that looks really nice. Yeah, it's certainly again made that a bit more sturdy at the front. Very good, I like that. Okay, well, I'm going to leave that for now. I'm going to add a little bit of lace on here at the end, but I've got to get the lace box out and organise that. So I've popped this tag in that we've just made. These are one of these little pocket tags that we did the other day. So I think that goes quite nicely in there. And then I thought I would add this lovely image here of this vintage image there. Actually, I've said that, I've put that there thinking now that that's Beatrix Potter, and it's not. Maybe I won't put that one in there then. They're from the right, let's have a quick look. Sorry, I was all organised. What about this one? Maybe we'll put that one there, and then we've got a tuck spot behind there, that's what I'm thinking. And then we've got a bit of lace, because I'm going to have lace the other side, so that'll complement that. And then, yeah, that'll be fine. Right, let's pop that one there then. Okay, whew. Quick save on that one then. Just going to start panicking, thinking, oh, it was all organised. Okay. Right. Let's see if that's enough glue. So just make sure all the paper is stuck down. I'm just going to stick that bit of lace to the page there, just to kind of stop that flapping around. Here we go. I think that looks lovely. Right, and then we've got, like I say, this one down here. Nice lace pocket, so we're going with the lace theme there. So then I've got this pre-stuffed pocket. It's great, isn't it? We make these pockets and we pop all the bits in ready, and then it's literally ready to go. I'm just going to move that a moment so I've got a nice flat surface to glue this on. I'm not going to cover that side because we've got our cute little bunnies there. And I'm going to just simply glue around this edge here and this edge here, and I'm going to leave the side so I can tuck anything large in there then should we need to. I'm going to just turn this page over now so I can get a good press on that glue. There we go. Excellent. So we've got that lovely space there now. That'll dry out. That's a super stuffed pocket there, and of course we've got that tuck in there as well. And then I've left room now, so should you want to, you can then pop a nice big journal card or letters or anything like that in behind there. Lovely. A bit of glue will dry off after. So what I did also then think was I would pop this lovely glassine bag pocket. Remember we did these? To do some more of those. I enjoyed making them, and I'm going to pop that there because we've got all that lovely pink on this page, and then you've got that nice splash of pink there then on the other side. So there's lots of glue on that one because there's quite a bit on the front, and again I'm going to just glue the two sides so you're leaving then a nice big tuck space, because obviously it's quite a big page, and then you're giving yourself opportunity then if you want to tuck a journal card or something in, you can. There we go. So let that dry nicely now. Okay, right, page down. So what I've done, I'm bringing in my hand, don't freak out. My kids are fascinated by this hand, and they're like, Mum, what on earth is that hand for? Like, it fell off the table the other day. I damaged her. She's as bad as me now. She's all battered and bruised. No. So this one then, we also did, I think these were one of the ones we did the first lot of Roxy's Weekly Challenge, I think. And I'm going to just pop that on there because that's it's a lovely pocket, because you're sorting out 2 pages then, aren't you? And we're going to fix this across the bottom here. I'm just wondering whether or not to leave it open. I think I might, so that you can use it as a big tuck, or is it wide enough? Yeah, I think I'm going to leave this side here open, so I'm going to simply glue across the bottom, just a little there, look, just go up. Oh, I'm saying look, you can't even see. I'm just going up to about there, okay, just to give it a little bit of, you know, make it a bit solid. Make sure that's tidy on the corner, and make sure it's square there. There we go. And then I'm going to turn over the page, and then do the same this side. So we're going to go up here, and then up just an inch, I would say. Here we go, and just glue that into place. There we are. Very nice. Just make sure you're wiping away any, oh, I got a bit of excess glue there. Darn. Right, just grab a bit of fabric scrap. Wipe that off as quick as I can. Go. Very nice. Okay, that's already on the page. If you remember, that was one of the freebies that we did. So that's there sorted, and I've simply popped the other side, because obviously it was a paperclip one, wasn't it? So what I've done is I've popped one of those. Do you remember we did the little envelopes? So there's a tuck space in there to pop a hidden note, like a hidden journal spot, don't we? Or a hidden tuck spot rather. And that's going to just go up there like that. And then it also leaves this page then, if anybody wants to write on there or to do any journaling. The one thing I will say about this style journal, I tend to not worry too much about actual writing space on pages, because it's kind of unrealistic to think that you're going to write on this page when you've got quite bulky ephemera sitting behind. So you're far better off creating spaces where people can journal and then pop things in and out. So, you know, bits of paper they want to write on and pop in, because that is obviously going to be bumpy. I find that you tend to either have journaling journals, or you have this style journal, like a scrappy kind of journal where you collect things. So you would write on something else and then fold that up and pop that in, rather than trying to actually write on the actual journaling space. Now, obviously some people might want to add stamping or different things to their journals. Try not to overdo my journals, because I think, especially if you're selling the journal or giving it to somebody else, you want to give them a little bit of space to put their own creativity, but whilst at the same time providing maybe ideas, who knows. But don't always feel that you have to produce this completely finished work of art, you know. I just think that sometimes you've got to give the receiver an opportunity to express their own artistic flair or choices into the journal themselves. So don't feel that you have to do everything, if that makes sense. I think it's you know, it's good for us to show potential of different ideas, but leave room for further creativity. There we go. So that's a nice little tuck spot behind there. We've got Jemima Puddle Deck. And then I thought we would put one of these lovely pockets that we've just made onto this page here. And because I've got the Franken paper underneath, popping the pocket over the top, and it just adds that little bit more stability to the page. There we go. And I think I'm going to pop this one in the middle, just to be different, because I very often tend to sight all of my pockets to the edge of the page. But I think it'd be nice to have one in the middle on this one. There we are. And of course, the more you add to them, the harder it gets sometimes to stick them in, because you have that slight bow then of whatever's going on behind, you know. So just bear with, where you can find an edge to press on, do so. Even if that means doing it the other side of the paper. But just to make sure that glue gets a good solid hold. There we go. Right. So I wanted to pop one of these in. Remember we did these with our little crochet things. I was thinking I might pop it there, but I'm wondering now if I might pop it there. This is a piece of vintage diary, look, and it is quite flimsy, so I'm kind of tempted to not pop it on there, but to put it here. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to glue like an arch at the top, just to make sure this all stays stuck down. And then I'll come across here then. And again, this can be used then as a tuck spot, should they want to. Because then they can use that space then to pop something up underneath. But even when popping things in as tuck spots, you know, make sure you glue the actual thing down well, especially if you're going to use a tuck spot, because obviously where it'll be lifted, you don't want it popping off then at the top. So lots of glue. There we go. Okay, so I thought this one, these are one of those scrappy things we did. Remember we did those? I did them in my video the other day. So I thought I'm going to pop this one in, as I've taken a little bit off the top, so it's a bit long, but I thought we'd put this one in as a belly band. Just as an opportunity again to just slide in perhaps a card or something they might want to keep that they've written on, or photograph or something. belly bands are great because they don't limit the size of the ephemera that's being added in. You know, you literally can put in something that's almost A5 under there then, you know. Whereas obviously a pocket can only, is quite constricted to the size of the area, isn't it? Just wipe off that excess glue. I know it's sticking up over the page, but that's fine. I'm going to go with that. I think it looks quite, what's the word I'm looking for? When something is the genuine, you know, it looks, I can't think what the word is I'm looking for. Authentic, that's the word I'm looking for. It looks authentic. Because if you're making a junk journal, everything isn't made to fit, is it? It just goes in where it goes in. Sorry, I'm just watching for excess glue there. There we go. Right. Pop that under there a minute. I don't want that getting stuck on there. Okay, I'm not adding any of this because this is a really junky page. That's where I put that little stamp, if you remember, and that there. I think that looks cute. So this is all really scrappy now. I'm loving this. This is the tag we made from one of the freebies. I think it was one of our Friday freebies. Oh, I love that. That's really, I thought that was actually stuck on there then. It's got that little pocket in the front. So I'm going to just pop that into there. And then here, this is one of those little houses. Remember we did these, the little pocket notebook houses things. I'm going to just pop that on there with a paper clip. Because I think that would be quite nice to be able to take that in and out if they want to. And again, it just leaves that page then. When you've got blank pages, it's great to be able to paperclip things so that you don't lose the blank page should anybody want to add anything to it, but it doesn't leave it looking too blank. And then this side, I've got this little cluster which I thought we would stick down here, again to create a text part. Should they want to use it that way. There we go. Oh, this is fun. I don't think I've ever had so much ephemera to hand to pop into a journal. I usually doing it a bit at a time and I make stuff as I'm going along, but this has been a nice experience today to have all this to draw from. Right, these are some more of those pockets we did when we did the one of our Roxy's Weekly Challenge. We did this one with the checks, if you remember. So I'm going to do the same thing here that I did with the other one. And I'm going to, well, I'm actually going to completely glue this one shut because it's a very large pocket. I don't feel any, and it's quite thin as well, so I don't feel the need to leave it open as a tuck. I'm going to actually just seal that closed. And then while that's still damp, I'm going to glue the other side. Oop. And then that should hold in place. I would probably have used the art glitter glue if I'd had any to hand to do this, only because that does grip quite quickly, whereas the mono is a little slower drying. So you need to make sure that everything is glued in place before you're moving along, whereas art, literally, as you place it down, it does. I wonder if I can get hold of that again now. I know when I tried to get some earlier in the year, I couldn't get hold of any, because it's only like on sale, isn't it, at certain points of the year or something. I remember asking someone and then gave up then and moved on to this, but I do like to have some of that to hand if I can. This is, like I say, this stuff is great. I've made all of this this ephemera using this mono and sometimes the uhu, you know, it's all still together. But like I say, sometimes when you're just popping stuff into the journal, you just want it to stick down quite quickly. The art glitter glue is good for that, or art, as Margaret calls it. I love how she names it glue. It's fantastic. There we go. So we've got a pocket there, little pocket there, nice big pocket there. I'm going to add a few bits of lace to the kit pages, but not too much. I've popped that little dangly thing on there. If you remember, we made those little scrappy dangles. And there is a tag with a hidden writing spot in that pocket there. So again, I think these were Melina's Scrappy challenge that we did a couple of weeks back. So I thought that went quite nicely with that page, because it all looks like scrappy bits of paper. And then we've got that pocket there that I stitched in when I made the Franken page. I've popped a nice big flashcard behind, and I'm just going to pop this on to the pocket just to give it a little bit of something. Oop. Come on, glue. Don't give up the ghost on me now. We're only halfway through. Okie dokie. So you see, this is not complex. I know some of you are like, I've had a few messages left today. Oh, I haven't done one yet. I'm still not quite ready to make a journal. Come on, guys, what are you waiting for? Even if you just used a whole journal of just coffee dyed papers folded in half, you know, there's nothing complicated in this at all. The signature was dead easy. I haven't done a process video on putting the signature together because you can see the signature in this video here and the last one, but there's nothing complicated in there. There's nothing amazing and magical. It's just standard papers. I've made most of them with Franken papers. The rest of them I've used my kit pages. I've got 1 or 2 sheets of some just old vintage note paper, but you could use anything, just, you know, normal note paper will be fine. And some coffee dye pages. I think that's all I got in here, actually. Yeah, I haven't put any book pages in. This is probably one of my most simpler ones because I used it all in the Franken paper. So the Franken paper is what's bringing all the interest to it, which is why it's just such a great thing to be able to use, because it brings all of that into your signature without you really having to go around looking for all these different pages. So, and you've done all that then from scraps. So I've stuck this lovely little scrappy cluster onto the back of one of those paper clips that we made out of the flags. And underneath that then I've popped this ephemera pocket wallet holder thing. This again was one of Roxy's weekly challenges. I think we did this one 2 weeks ago. And it's got the little paper holder to keep everything together. I'm not going to take it all apart now. If you go back and have a look at the video, you'll see what we did. Oh, I know what we did. We folded it in half and then we literally folded it up. So there's another pocket. There, look. See, and then it opens out like that. But that's nicely stuffed, ready to go in. But it is a writing spot inside if they should want to take that out, open it up, and then you've got journaling space, hidden journaling space inside there if you want it. But I've literally just going to pop that. You could stick this in if you wanted to, but I think you're going to kind of lose something then of the freedom of it. So I'm just going to pop that up there underneath our paper clip. And there we are. We've straight away got a done page then, haven't we? Again, another Franken page. Lots of different elements to that. So you've got a bit of music paper going on there now too. And then this one, I did this as part of one of our daily challenges. So there's already a pocket made as part of the Franken paper. And I've popped in one of these little envelopes that we did with the photographs in. We did those a couple of days ago. Oh, I love this page. And again, see, so I've mixed the kits. This is out of the spring kit. This is out of the Beatrix Potter kit. I've popped in another tag pocket, so there's space to pop something in there. And this pocket was stitched on to the Franken paper when I made it, as was this one here. So there's a lovely big tuck space behind there and behind here. And of course, this is the centre page. So we're over halfway now, guys. Again, we've got a lovely big tuck spot on there too. So there's lots of room in this journal to put little notes and things. I've left that page there. And then this one here, then I'm going to pop this cutie little pinky pocket on that we made the other day when we did our scrappy fabric pockets. So they're kind of like Franken pockets with fabric. Fabric Franken, yeah. There we are, plenty of glue on top of the stitched area. It's good, isn't it? We've got Franken pocket on a Franken page. And it's a very imperfect pocket, and I think that's what I like about it most, because it's got a real variety to it. So there we go, lots going on that page there. And then this page here, I made this little scrappy thing. This is part of the page. I stitched it on when I made the Franken paper. So the whole thing is literally sewn together, and that's just all made out of scraps as well. And we've got a bit of embossed paper there, a bit of lace, a bit of coffee dye paper, and then just a scrap of that. And I just attached that on to the top when I made the Franken page. And then this is just a piece of coffee dye paper. It is actually a hidden tuck box. There's a pocket in there, a very large pocket. And I literally just popped a piece of coffee dye paper onto the back, stamped it, and then I cut around this lovely, lovely image. I think I did some Franken behind with some fabrics and lace, scraps, all scraps, bit of music paper behind that. And then before I folded this page shut, I stitched all of that then, messy stitch on my sewing machine, and then I'd had that open, so I then just folded that closed, and then I went round with the final stitch then around the edge just to seal it up, and then left this pocket at the top open. So if you look inside there, you can see then all of my stitching, look, but you can't see any of that because I've literally did it on half of a coffee dye sheet, so just half a piece of paper, and I left it open, shut it, stamped it, job done. And that then tucks under there, covers an entire page, but is actually very useful because, as I say, you can pop a little secret note in there, but anybody just flipping through the journal wouldn't even know that there was something hidden away in there. So I really enjoyed making that. Franken page. I've left these pages in the centre for now because there's lots going on and I didn't want to get the middle too much more bulky. So let's just pop that there a moment. And then I'm going to pop this lovely paper bag pocket onto this page here. So if you remember, we did the paper bag and I put the fabric on the front. This one was inspired by Angela Kerr's video. So let's just glue this now to the page. Glue here. And then glue here and here. Yeah. I'm going to pop that in the middle. Marvellous. And then you can put a nice big tag behind there then. Lovely. And that just again completely covers a whole page. There we are. Nice job. Love these scraps that we used here. And then we've got another pocket then to pop on. And this was one that we did the other day as well with the mix of scraps and fabrics. It's actually even washi on there, and I got a little tiny hidden tuck spot in there too. So I'm going to just stick that here, and then the bit of lace will hang out on the edge of the pocket, which was all part of my plan. There we go. Plenty of glue on there. There's not a time to be mean without glue. There we go. Not far from the end now, guys. Nearly there. Okay, that one's all right. This one here we did the stamps, so that pocket's done, and I just popped one of those freebie tags in there that we had. And again the same here. We've done stamping on that page, that one's done already as well. And then here I've got a short page, so I've popped another one of these lovely pocket ephemera holder things onto it, because again you can take that out, you can write in there, stick stuff in there, there's all sorts going on in there, plenty to see and to look at. Let's pop it that way. What else have we got? Then we've got this one here, and again that's a little pocket hidden tuck spot behind there. So again I'm just paper clipping that one into place, because if you did want to do any writing or art of your own, this is a nice page to do it on. It's a nice blank page there. And the same this side. We've already got the belly band here because I stitched it onto the Franken page, so that again, job done. And then we're at the back. So I think what I was thinking here, I'm going to pop one of these onto here, just to add a little bit of something pretty. Let's have a look what we got here. Should we go with that one there? Or should we go with the pink? No, Mum would say no, because we can't have the pink with the red. Or, oh, let's put those cutie little bunnies there. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Come on, glue. Keep going. Nearly there. You've done such a great job. There we go. Plenty of glue all the way up and down. There we are. And then just place that on there. And dabby dozy. And then we got a nice tuck spot there then, if you want it. And if you don't want to use it as a tuck spot, that's fine. Just finishes the page off nicely, I think. And then on the very back page, I thought I'd place this. If you remember we did this, I'm just going to check it's the right way up now. Yeah. Right, and I'm going to pop that then over the back, and then we will be job done. I just need to go and find some lace to pop on those couple of pages, and then look for a nice piece of lace then to tie it up with, I think, as a closure. But I am super, super pleased with this, and look how quickly we've managed to do that. So yesterday I did the binding in the video, so that didn't take long. Not yesterday, the day before, sorry. No, it was yesterday. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what day of the week it is. And then, like I say, the signature has literally been done as I've been going along. Excuse me. And now today, because we've already got all this ephemera made, which I know you've got most of it done, all of you, I've been able to go through and have the pick of the bunch. Now, I hope to be able to do the same again now tomorrow with another journal. Because I know I've got loads there still. In fact, yeah, I have. It's like I've hardly touched it. It's crazy. There is just so much stuff here. It's good though, isn't it? It's a great way to get that ephemera made. There we are. Love that. Obviously could have left a side open if I wanted to, but I just think sometimes if you're going to have something this bulky, get it glued down. Get it nice and solid in place. Ah, love it. Love it. And there we go. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful journal. That's just the right amount, I would say, in there. There's a few extra things to go in yet, so perhaps we'll pop a tag or two into these remaining pockets. Now that when the glue's dry. That's definitely fill enough there though. Need to do a nice big tag to go in there. So, and the thing is as well, the sooner you start putting your journal together, the sooner you can see what you still need, you know, to add. Otherwise we're just working blindly, because it's only today it's become apparent to me that I haven't actually done any journal cards. So guess what we're going to be doing tomorrow? You got it. We need some journaling cards because there's none. I mean, I know I've got the flash cards. I'm going to have to go in and think of some idea. But yeah, we definitely need, I need things that I can just, you know, pop in. But oh, I love it. I think it looks fabulous. I'm so pleased with it. I hope you like it, because I know that I do. Yes, love it very much. So bit of lace and she's done, I think, because there's just so much to see in here. So much to see. Just need to make sure now nothing's stick into the other pages. No, there we are. All right. Get that bit off. There we go. Lovely, lovely. Excellent. Okay. Job done. Well, thank you for joining me on my little journey today and for coming along for the fun of filling this beautiful journal. I hope it's inspired you to go and create yours and to get them finished off. And then when you've done them, please, please, please get some photos and even little flip throughs popped onto our Facebook page so that we can all see what you've all been up to. But for now, that's it. I will be back with you all tomorrow. Take care and have a lovely evening. See you very soon. Bye now.